There was a lot of booing in this CGI match between Levi Jones-Leary and Cade Ritulo. People saying that Levi's just a butt scooter and he's a guard player and it's not exciting. But in this video, you're going to see how technical and how precise Levi Jones-Leary actually is. Welcome back, NOGIMATRATS. We've got Levi Jones-Leary. This guy is one of the smoothest Nogi Jiu-Jitsu grapplers out there right now. Originally a gi player, transitioned to the Nogi training with Lachlan Gals. There is so much technique to break down in this video, so stick around. I'm sure you're going to learn something. We're starting in the K guard with a nice deep scoop grip on the right leg. Levi elevating using the X guard. Now pay attention here. Levi's going to change his leg position, extending away, placing the left leg inside, and then bringing the right knee behind the hamstring. Now look how he off balances his partner, keeping his hands on the mat. That's going to allow him to work underneath him more comfortably. Now see how he's come out the back door? The guy tries to stand up, he grabs the hips, inserts the crab hooks, and look how he locks a body lock with a butterfly grip. This is such a strong grip that stops the guy from rotating. It keeps you glued to him. The only problem is maybe he's going to slip out the top. That's why the seatbelt grip's preferred, because it stops the guy from moving upwards and it also stops him from sliding downwards, keeping you glued to the back. Levi staying tight here, climbing up to the shoulder grip now. He's managed to insert the bottom hook in and he's going to rotate the guy belly facing upwards. Now you can see that he's got his left hook in and he's controlling the left shoulder, but he needs more control of the right hand side. So he's going to change his grip under the armpit over the top using the elbow to block the shoulder. That's going to stop the guy from being able to rotate towards the left and the right. Both guys rolling at a really nice pace here. You can see how tight Levi is to the back. He just follows him so easily as he turns to turtle. He's looking for the choke. And guys, this pace that they're rolling at, this is the pace that you can roll at to learn. You're not going to get too tired. You're not going to use too much force. And that's going to allow you to learn more and train for longer. Also guys, don't be mistaken. Levi has incredible top pressure and passing as well. Cade sits guard in the match at one point. It's the only time he's in the bottom position. And let me tell you, it doesn't last long. Levi putting the pressure on, side to side movement, great control over the legs. And especially watch this pass that he nearly hits from the knee shield guard. He doesn't quite get the pass, but I'm going to leave a video of Levi explaining how to do the technique later in the video, so stick around. But look, Cade immediately stands up and takes the top position. Pay attention now, because Levi is going to use a really nice technique called the hidden hand. Watch how he feeds his right arm over the top of his left arm to hide the hand, grabbing his own elbow. Now he can work that left hand up and around the trap, getting a really deep grip. And you can see the only thing that the defending guy can do is grab the top arm, which he can just pull back and out the way and connect his hands. This makes it much easier to fully lock the choke and have a clean choke as well that's not over the face. Have you guys seen this technique before? If you have, leave a comment down below. I want to know if it's working for you. It's definitely working for me and I'm having a lot of success with it in training. Levi back in the open guard, the guy on top trying to pass, and immediately is connecting his legs looking for that K guard. Now watch how Levi enters in the armbar from here. The guy pummels his right arm to the inside of the hip, trying to sprawl out, clear the legs and get to north-south. Levi grabbing the right leg to stop him from sprawling. He's going to adjust his legs into an armbar position and he's going to invert underneath, coming out the back. Now look how the arm's trapped under the armpit. Potential for a really tight armbar there. The guy rolls to release the pressure. Levi's just going to pinch his knees, lock his ankles and get the extension for the tap. Look at his mobility as well. This allows him to play these advanced guard positions, something most of us can't do. That's why we need to train a little bit of mobility outside of Jiu-Jitsu so we can open up our hips and our shoulders, allowing us to achieve these more advanced positions. And you'll be surprised at the results you can get from training 3 times a week for 20 minutes. You don't need any equipment either. If that's something you're interested in, I'll leave a link to my full body mobility program down below so you can stop feeling lost and get a routine that works. Guys, let's take a look at that pass that he nearly hit on Cade Ritulo earlier.
We start going for the knee cut with Lachlan's hips facing the ceiling. I'm trying to get all the way through this space. Lachlan turns his hips in towards me. So now I'm going to go ankle post, shoulder post, push up. I just need to get my knee just above the ankle and then I go heel towards the butt and step over, okay? Remember, if this knee, anytime this knee comes too far away from his chest, that's where our smash pass options come in. If they're doing the correct thing, then we're gonna go the leg drag. So left hand comes from the shoulder to the knee, left foot to right, step.
This is a really good way to deal with the knee shield and it's going to take your passing to the next level, and I highly recommend that you try it out in your practice. Levi in the bottom half guard here is going to insert that left butterfly hook. He's framing on the shoulder. Now watch how he changes that to a frame on the lat, allowing him to enter into a deep scoop grip on that left leg. He's going to invert his hips all the way, using that leg as a pendulum to off balance his opponent, bring him further on top. The guy on top's going to make a little mistake here. He's inserted his right hand in between the legs while the left hand's still out. Levi just locking up a triangle on the far side. And the most important thing in this side triangle is that you don't want your hips on the mat, because that means the guy can posture up and come on top, and you'd have to transition to a different triangle and maybe you're going to lose it. Look at how Levi's angled his hips over the back of the guy's neck, and he's keeping his hips up off the ground, allowing him to lock it even tighter. He's pulling the arm in, opening the lat up so he's got a better bite on the neck. Now he locks everything in tight and finishes the submission. The thing I notice about Levi's guard, it's so complex. He's so flexible, it's really hard to tell where his legs are, and once you think he's in one position, he can easily transition into another position. Even if you feel like you're smashing him and crushing his legs towards his chest, he has that flexibility and mobility to make those changes. Very similar style to his coach Lachlan Giles, which I'm sure is a key to his success in the nogi. Levi inverting from the half guard into a waiter sweep position. The guy on top turns in looking to grab the ankle, but Levi inverts to counter. Now he's in a great position to hit the berimbolo, but he's going to take his left leg out from underneath the right leg of his opponent to see if he can maybe lock up a triangle. The guy's not taking the bait and he stays where he is, so Levi reinserts his leg, he grabs the far leg, and now he's in a twister position where he can start to pull the guy over, controlling both hips. He just needs to change that leg to the inside, which he achieves right there, locking a triangle around that leg. He's got control of both sides of the body, and when you're in this position, it is a 50-50, so you can be reversed. The guy's doing the right thing, looking for the hip grip, but Levi's going to crawl up the back. See how he climbs up the shoulders nicely, getting that hook over the arm, getting a nice grip around the neck. He's going to lock up the rear naked choke. Levi's jiu-jitsu is just so smooth and effortless. It looks like he's just doing repetitions, starting in the guard, working towards the back, getting the rear naked choke. That's pretty much his game, and he has a lot of success with it. The way that he plays the guard with the bottom arm hooking around the far leg reminds me of Braulio Estima. I don't know if you've seen Braulio Estima's matches in early ADCC, but he had this weird guard where he would lock a closed guard and he would scoop around the back leg and invert himself and fight from that position. It would throw guys off, and he had a lot of success from that position. Now watch this entrance into the legs. The guy's facing away. Levi's going to pummel his leg to the inside, invert through and lock a triangle. That was a really interesting way to enter the legs, and you're just not going to be able to do that unless you have good mobility in your legs and in your hips. And because Levi's so mobile and flexible, you can see that it unlocks his ability to be creative in jiu-jitsu. Levi in a great attacking position on the legs here. This is a Z-lock position, but he's got control of the secondary leg as well. It's going to make it really hard for the guy to get out. He's doing a good job freeing that leg. Remember guys, that secondary leg is where 80% of the resistance comes from when you're attacking the legs.